Hey, I just got back from Kauai, and now I'm going to compare the two islands, Ambergris Caye, Belize, to Kauai, Hawaii. Stay tuned to find out which island comes out on top. We're going to rate them in separate categories. And don't forget to stay tuned to the end so you can see who wins in these island wars. Here we go. First category I'm going to talk about is island beauty and geography. I'm going to have to give this one to Kauai. And the only reason I'm giving this one to Kauai is because mountains, the views, and the canyons. Ambergris Caye is pretty much flat, okay? So that one goes to Kauai. Okay, guys, next up is real estate and affordability. It's no question the winner here is Ambergris Caye. Unless you're a millionaire, not just your regular millionaire, you have to have a net worth of probably 20 million or 100 million to live in Kauai. It's not cheap. I'll show you some examples. 12 million. Everything was 7, 4, 8, 12 million dollars. And your boy's not rolling like that. A lot of the people that live there are folks that have multiple homes, not just one vacation home. These are people that have homes in Aspen, Kauai, New York City, Beverly Hills, Dubai, those kind of folks. I didn't even dare to look for lots. If you want to buy a lot in Kauai, it's going to be several $1 million. Yeah. What can I say, guys? Okay, guys, number 3 is the cost of living. Similar to the real estate, the cost of living, the goods and services are affordable, so to speak. The sales tax is 4%, but things are a little bit more expensive. Carton eggs there are probably $9, $10. Sometimes they have brown eggs, sometimes they don't. I don't know why. Chickens are everywhere. The price of groceries are probably on the higher end, national average wise. Your gasoline is definitely higher. So the cost of living, I'll definitely give that edge to Belize. Actually, when you're on the island, you're driving around in a golf cart, and island gas prices are $14 a gallon, but you're not really going anywhere. Unless you're on a boat. If you're on your boat a lot, that does add up. The price of gasoline on Ambergris Caye is definitely higher, but you're not really going anywhere. I filled up my golf cart once. I was there for, that last me probably 2 weeks or so. So anyway, now category number 4, activities. I'm going to say that's a toss-up. There's tons of things to do in Belize, as I've talked about. But in Kauai, there are a lot of things to do as well. We went all the way up to a canyon. That was awesome. Boating, things to do, fishing, things to do, hiking, and similar things in Belize as well, and on the island. I might give Belize the edge because it's a little bit more affordable to do all those things, but I'm going to give that a toss-up. Now, number 5, beaches. What island has the better beaches? Kauai, every day I was on the beach doing something. Either kayaking on the river to the beach, snorkeling, just in the water, looking at the water, driving by the water, looking at the tortoises. But also, I was looking at those rough turfs, man. Some places it's a little dangerous, a little treacherous. And even in the winter, they just tell you to stay out of the water altogether. Now, in contrast, Belize, to me, I'm biased, by far Belize is the best. And I love the Caribbean waters better than the Hawaiian waters because of that safety factor. The Hawaiian waters you can die. Let's just call it like it is. You go out at the wrong time, it's a wrap, okay? In Belize, the water's always warm, number 1, and there's no waves. No surfing in Belize, okay? No riptides, no things like that. In Kauai, what we found out is 90% of the sand is fish poop. Whatever they're eating, they poop out the sand. They filter out the sand. What the guides told us on our kayaking or snorkeling tour is that 90% of the sand is indeed fish poop. probably could have went your whole life without knowing that information. But anyway, that's the truth. In Belize, you got these little sand fleas, as they call them, and they will tear you up like mosquitoes. I don't know, I might just give that a toss-up. Now, the climate. One thing about Kauai, Kauai is one of the wettest places on Earth. And it didn't rain that much when we were there. It rained a lot in the morning and then cleared up. The climate in Belize is a lot more humid. It was much more comfortable in Kauai. The 88 degrees in Kauai is much different from the 88 degrees in Belize. It feels like 98. In Kauai, the 88 feels like 78. It's not so much the breeze, it's less humid. The waters are much warmer in Belize than it is in Kauai. The climate, I'm probably just going to give that a toss-up. Okay, guys, the 8th category I want to talk about is the food. And I'm going to just go ahead and give this one to Belize. Because, number one, it's more authentic. 95% of the time, the food that you order from restaurants, street food, anywhere is going to be made by Belizeans. In Kauai, 90% of the time, it's going to be made by somebody non-Hawaiian, is what I found. I could be totally wrong. Let me know in comments what you think. Maybe you've been to places there that I haven't been to, but outside of the luau, mind you, when I go on vacation, I like to eat authentic food from that location and that place. The next category we're going to talk about is wildlife and marine life. And I'm going to go ahead and give this one to Belize, Ambergris Caye as well. Why, you might ask? Because on Kauai, the wildlife is, they got chickens. There's a story that the last hurricane blew over some chicken coops and the chickens ran wild and started to multiply. And there's over 400,000 chickens on Kauai, and they have no natural predators. No coyotes, no birds of prey, anything like that. They're everywhere, almost like pigeons. You feed them everywhere. But I would think after a while, that would, all those chickens. And egg prices are high. What the heck? How you have all those chickens, chicken prices and egg prices on that island are super high? The marine life is pretty equal. Once you go diving and once you go snorkeling, it all changes. Belize is by far better. The barrier reef, as opposed to the reefs in Kauai, what I saw was that they were all the same color. Whereas in Belize, right off the coast of Ambergris Caye, you have blues, whites, red, orange. Belize was just magical. In Hawaii, I was expecting it to be at least the same, but it wasn't even close. Not only the marine life, Belize has some things that are scary. They have jaguars, they have crocodiles, and some other things. That's just on the island. They do have some jaguars that are known to be on the north end of the island. And they swim too from island to island. There's a lot more wildlife in Belize, and there's a lot more beautiful fish under the sea. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that to Belize. Okay, now, the last category we're gonna talk about is community. As you can see, I'm African American. Wow, thank you, Captain Obvious. When you go to a place that is majority African descent, Caribbean, Spanish, so many cultures, there I don't feel like a minority. In Kauai, even though the indigenous people there, the Hawaiians, Pacific Islanders, they make me feel comfortable, but there is almost a non-existent community of people of African descent. And you get the stares, and it's just like any other place in America. And we even had a situation where we got into a pool at the resort in jacuzzi, and a couple whispered, "Oh, let's go to the other pool," and got up and left. I don't need to go on vacation and see it too. For me, it was just a hard realization that I'm still in America, in Belize. It's much more welcoming, much more diversity, and I don't feel like an outsider. So when I go to Belize, I am no longer the minority. So when I see tourists and people come, I know to treat those people with love with warmth. And I think a lot of people there who are in my position know how to treat people who are perceived as the minority and treat them with just a genuine kindness that everybody deserves. Okay guys, who won these island wars? Was it Kauai or was it Ambergris Caye? You tell me. Let me know if there's another place you'd like me to go. Another island comparison. Another island war. You guys let me know also, where's your favorite island in travel to? Let me know in the comments. Maybe we'll go there next. Until next time, I'll see you in paradise. God bless.